opened in 1994. We're a nonprofit organization. We have over 80 Corvettes on exhibit. Most of them are on loan from private individuals. People actually trust us with their cars.
My favourite there would have to be the 1983. Definitely a real winner there. You got any of those?
Yeah, we have the only 1983 in existence. Back when they made that car, they made 43 of them, and they just couldn't get the bugs worked out of it, so they crushed all but one. Plant employees actually took the one apart and hid parts all over the plant because they knew it was going to get crushed and they wanted to preserve its place in history.
There's a nice 53 out there we saw when we came in. What's the story with that one?
Well, when they were talking about building a museum, they were just going to do a library and archives, a place to house Corvette documents and the history of the car, and had a gentleman come forward and say, I'll donate my 1953 Corvette, the first year of Corvette, if you all build more of a museum that houses display vehicles. So we can pass him up on that offer.
Well, it's a nice donation.
Yeah, very nice.
Would you like to donate one to me?
Are you going to leave the Camaro in its place?
So there's apparently 150,000 people that come through here each year. That's pretty popular.
Yeah, even some Aussies. We welcome them as well.
Wow, fantastic.
Well, even Aussies.
I take it they didn't drive their Corvettes across here.
Here we are with our new mate, Rock Linkoff.
Rock, we were a little bit concerned when we heard we were meeting with you. We thought, well, either he's a race car driver or he's a porn star. So, I mean, it could have gone either way for you.
So what have we got here, Rock?
Well, what we have is a 2006 Daytona Sunset Orange Z06 Corvette. It's got 505 horsepower. It's been used quite heavily on the track. I teach high performance driving with it, and a lot of famous people have actually driven this car.
And what are you going to teach us today, Rock? How to keep our lunch down?
How to keep your lunch down, mostly like the old sign was, sit down, shut up, and hang on. And we're going to do a little romp in the back roads.
Sounds like fun, mate. Let's get into it.
That's where these cars are road course cars, and they really like twisties.
Yeah. So they're good with the corners?
They're pretty good in the corners.
I think this poor fella in front of us is getting a little bit scared there.
Well, let's hope that he turns right at the end here. Many people think that the Z06 is a 3 yards and up the middle kind of hammer. It's really a finesse car. If you do any sudden inputs, if you hit this car, it will slap you back. I tell my students, pretend this is your wife.
Treat her with respect.
You treat her with respect, you treat it gently, you'll get loving.
Geez, you really do feel a jump out of the corner, don't you? Pushes you back against your seat.
It really does. Laterally, this car will pull 1.27 Gs.
1.27 Gs.
That's right.
That was just awesome. Steve, you missed out, buddy. You really missed out. Anyway, if I could just change my shorts somewhere, I'm ready to go.
We've made it to Atlanta, Georgia, and thank you, Molly, for having us on such short notice.
My pleasure.
Absolutely. We're in a wonderful brew pub called The Porter. We've heard you have 430 beers. That's why we're here.
Unbelievable.
Well, actually, hate to break it to you guys, but we've got 800 beers in the bottle and 44 drafts. So we have a lot of beer. We got all bases covered here.
I just got to say, we were going to do 14 states in 14 days. I think we'll be staying here for the 14 days.
And then we also have 300 vintage beers. And a lot of people don't know too much about aging beer, but you can age beer just like you age wine. And that's where we're sitting now, is in our vintage beer cellar. And we've got some vintage beer picks here on the table. So this is the Ubeche from Hansen's. It's a Belgian-style sour strawberry beer. So ladies, if you think you don't like beer, I recommend you try one of these fruit beers we've got, because sometimes they'll blow your mind. This with foie gras will change your world. You will say no more wine with foie gras.
And this one's actually named after Deano.
This is Evil Twins Soft Dookie.
Soft Dookie.
Yeah.
Needless to say, a silky, vanilla, delicious imperial stout. We also serve amazing food then to go with our beer. Mussels and Belgian fries, all those good, delicious things that you want to eat. Also southern shrimp and grits with Georgia wild shrimp.
I've been to a lot of restaurants where they actually match their food with their wines, and it's nice to see somebody who actually matches food to beers.
Tell us about Atlanta, Molly. It looks like just a beautiful city coming in.
It is. We're in Little Five Points, which is very funky, urban. We got a lot of different stores around. Atlanta's got a lot going for it, a lot of new food and beverage. Hey, this isn't one of my beer coasters. What's this?
That's one of ours. We've started putting our coasters around at local bars. We decided we were going to get some way for the fans to actually figure out how to contact us while we're around the place. And Steve and I were talking about business cards, and we thought, well, no, this is a little bit more appropriate. Go to toddyanddeano.com and you'll be able to get your Kegel shirts and find out all about the trip. Watch our little webisodes.